he's dynamic, man. He's quick. He does a great job in space. And, if they can get him the ball, he's one of the kids that East Fairmont has that can really take it to the house.
Want to thank you all for joining us on the YouTube that just went live right before kickoff. So glad we got that working. Thanks to those of you joining us on Huddle. Remember that your subscription to Huddle.tv will directly go to support the North Marion athletic program. Principal Harker up here. Good to see you, sir.
Guys?
Good to see you.
Yeah.
And we are just about ready to get things going here. Landon Stemple doing the kickoff for North Marion. New guy in that position this year, Coach.
Yeah. Landon, again, a linebacker that, he can do multiple things. And I've seen him put it into the end zone a couple times in practice. So
he's one player. You and I discussed this during the scrimmage. I've been particularly impressed with his growth over the years into what he has become. Kind of fits to me a little bit different, but kind of that Harley Sickles role in what he does with his versatility on both sides of the ball. He can play offensive line, he can play defensive line, rush off the edge. Now he's over here kicking. So good to see that.
Yeah. I love Landon. He's again, good young man and really hard worker.
The whistle blows. Landon has his arm in the air, and the 2025 high school football season at North Marion is underway as this ball will be kicked down the right side.
Flag on him.
And out of bounds.
Yeah.
So East Fairmont will start with good field position. So we are ready to go. Coach, why don't you take us through some of the players we have on the field now to start for the North Marion Huskies?
Well, since the Huskies are starting on defense, they'll probably anchor the middle with Elm, which is Evan Miller. Defensive ends looks to be Speedy, which is Jacob Friels, and Hunter Rogers, it looks like.
Looks like we got Logan Gump on the field. I think we're going to kick it off again.
They're going to re-kick it. I love it.
So what's the thought process there for East Fairmont?
Well, again,
you're hoping to get the ball in Murphy's hands, get in space?
Yes, you have a dynamic player back in Murphy, and they're thinking that they can get past that 35. I kind of like the call from Coach Eccles.
Want to once again reiterate how great of a North Marion crowd we have here, looking down in the booth below us and just about at capacity on the home side. And a little closer to kickoff, but the East Fairmont side is filled out nicely as well. They've got a good crowd, the Busy Bee Band and Honeybees in attendance tonight. Great band. We always love listening to them. And now Stemple gets a better kick, and this one will stay inbounds. It's going to be fielded at the 14. Murphy turns it around, and he is taken down from behind. An outstanding tackle by Carter Parson, number 34. And the decision for the re-kick really pays off for the North Marion Huskies.
It did. Like I said, it's kind of a risk reward, right? But that was great pursuit.
Now North Marion will send out the defense first, which they elected to do. Coach, another thing we talked about during the scrimmage, one of my favorite quotes when it comes to this, you want your defense to set the tone. Be the thermostat, not the thermometer.
That's right.
Set the energy in the room. Don't react to it. And that's what the Huskies are looking to do right now, as we've got Friels and Miller with their hands in the dirt alongside Logan Gump. And we've got Egil and Josh Holden there. And a miscommunication as this one is going to be driven in the backfield, and we have a tackle for a loss right off the bat. As Corwin, number 17, was looking for a mesh with his running back. Nothing there. And that's going to be a TFL as he goes from the 11 all the way back to the 5-yard line. So that's going to be a loss of 6 yards for Corwin.
Yeah, definitely a miscommunication between the back and the Q.
Loss of 5, correct me. 2nd and 15 now. 2 wide right for East Fairmont. And here's a snap. Corwin looking to throw. Holden knocks it down.
Great job. All week they've been working against that RPO. They love the slant, the slot receiver or that F receiver in. So Holden did a great job.
Holden, another player. He had an interception state title game 2 years ago. Another player, really been impressive with his growth and how he's gotten to the point where he is now making plays right there.
Yes.
So we got 3rd and 15, 3rd and long here. Pistol formation for Corwin. He's got a running back behind him, Adrian Fleming, the senior. Wing back to the right, twin wide receivers to the right. It's going to be a handoff. Fleming, he's got room, and he's going to get up to the 20-yard line. That's going to be close to a first down. I think he's going to be just shy. No, we'll see. The FAR official has him spotted, and that will be a first down. So
let's see. Hold on. They moved it back.
They did move it back. I still think he got it.
Yeah, first down.
It will be a first down.
They ran a trap right there. They trapped the first man in A gap, which happened to be a blitzing linebacker. So that was well played.
First and 10 here, ball at the 20. Corwin takes a snap. He's going to keep. Takes over the right side. He's hit, but not before he gets a positive gain. Ryder Bland on the tackle there. And Corwin's going to pick up 6 yards. So 2 carries, 1 yard for Anthony Corwin. Subs coming in for the Huskies. So we've got Hunter Rogers in there. Logan Gump will go to the bench now. See Toby Michael walking up to the line on the right side. Stemple on the far side. So a little 5-2 action it looks like here for North Marion. Snap, Corwin, give, Fleming. Hit by Holden. Fleming falls forward, so a good surge there to at least pick up 2 and set up a 3rd and short for Adrian Fleming.
Yeah, again, the strength of the East Fairmont's team is that run game, and I feel that the strength of our defense is the box. So this ought to be a heck of a matchup all night.
So ball at the 28 now, 3rd down and 2. After the first play that was a miscommunication there by the Bees, they've been moving the ball forward of plays of 15-2 at 6 yards.
We're giving them a big cushion here. Slot.
Snap, keep, Corwin. Miller's got him. He's not going to get there. Evan Miller beat his player on the inside, was able to slow him up, and then Hunter Rogers came and cleaned things up, and it's going to go down as no gain and 4th down.
One thing the defense showed both scrimmage, or actually all 3 scrimmages, and they're showing again tonight, is just relentless pursuit. That's what you have to do.
And a nice play there to bring the punting unit on the field. Looks like it's that punter back. It's a snap. And a good punt there off the foot of Brian Phillips, I believe. And he's going to get it up to the 45-yard line, flip the field. Poindexter back there to return. Pardon me, Carson Church, the kicker. These East Fairmont uniforms, that 8 kind of looked like a 9. But that drive goes 5 plays for the East Fairmont Bees for a total of 18 yards. Started at the 10, get it out to the 28 before the punt, and now North Marion will take over.
Yeah, so starting up front, or starting at quarterback, will be Cole Morris, Poindexter right there with him with Carter Parson, Ryder Bland, Blake Johnson, Cyrus Collins, and out front will be Jacob Frills, Luke Walker, Hunter Rogers, Evan Miller, and Logan Gump.
So Huskies going to spread things out here. Morris back in an empty backfield. Twin wide receivers to either side. Wing back to the right is Parson. Bees look like they're up in a tight coverage on the outside on both sides. And we're going to have a false start on North Marion, the right side jump there. Poindexter comes in motion.
It looks like they're going to call this on East Fairmont. They threw the flag towards east side, yeah.
And it will be offsides on East Fairmont. Good call, Coach. The right side of that North Marion line moved, but they'll say he was.
It's good.
He was drawn.
It's good to see how they're going to cover empty early on, and then motion Brian back there and get into your base stuff.
So ball now moves up to the 47-yard line. Poindexter sidecar right alongside Morris. Twin wide receivers right, wing right, single wide receiver left for a 1st and 5. Poindexter goes to the other side. It's going to be a snap. Morris. He's going to keep. Steps to the outside. He's got some room. He crosses the 50. Has a 1st down and down to just about the 40-yard line. So a good run from Cole Morris as he is going to pick up 13 yards on that one and move the chains for the Huskies.
This is one of his biggest strengths, read option. Read option and RPO. Does a great job reading it. If he'd have gave it, he wouldn't have been wrong either because Brian had a hole.
That was what I was about to say. It looked like Poindexter had a good read there, but it turns out as a gain of 14 for Morris and the Huskies, and they are rolling. 8:30 on the opening quarter clock. No score. 1st and 10, North Marion from the 39. It's going to be a give. This is Collins. He keeps his feet moving. He's going to get taken down for a loss. Looks like they got him back 2.
Yeah, too much edge pressure. We gave up too much edge pressure there.
So loss of 2 on the play for Cyrus Collins.
Now, one thing that he can come back to is they're playing that zip motion or that zoom motion. Now he can come back and run counter. So I'm sure that we'll see that later.
Ball's up to the 41 now, back to the 41, 2nd and 12. Here's a snap, Morris. This is going to be a gift. Poindexter has some room. He gets right up the middle and crosses the 35-yard line down to the 34. Going to be a gain of 7 for the sophomore Poindexter. And that'll set up a third and manageable now.
Now we're going with the Toby package. Toby Michael in at Q.
So Toby comes in. Poindexter goes to the bench, as does Morris.
Here comes their run heavy guys. Carter Parson and Blake Edgel at running back.
2 wide receivers to the left, single wide receiver right. 3rd down and 5. Ball is at the 34. They got to get to the 29 to move the chains. Toby Michael is going to try and do just that. And a good pursuit by the East Fairmont defense as he's going to get taken down. That tackle by Larry Nichols.
It's going to be 4th and probably 3. Is that right, Sean?
They're going to move the ball up to the 22. So, yes. 4th and 3. Gain of 3 on the play for Michael.
Buddy, we're inside the 40. Coach A's never punts it.
So 4th down and 3. We have the same personnel on the field, it looks like.
Oh, single wing package.
We were teased about this before the game. Motion is Poindexter. Snap. Here's Collins. The Bees pursue, and Cyrus is going to get close. I wonder if he got it.
Nope.
Neither official marking him there, and it's going to be a turnover on downs for the Bees. Coach Shane Eckel in the Bees sideline fired up. Poindexter seems to think it's a first down. They have put the ball on the ground. So it was a gain of about 2.5. This is going to be close, but I think he's short.
I think he's short. He's probably going to be a foot short. I'll tell you what, it was well played by Eastside, especially, in your first game, you're getting scrimmage film, and everybody's vanilla in scrimmages. They just want to see their base stuff. So North Marion coming out and giving this single wing look, and East Fairmont didn't phase them.
Yeah, and with the single wing being such a interesting offense, not a traditional thing,
right,
for East Fairmont to react the way they did. You're right. They do deserve a lot of credit for that.
Yeah. I mean, props to them.
Both teams turn over on downs to start. We have no score, 6 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the opening quarter as Corwin and the East Fairmont offense will operate 1st and 10 from the 30. Pistol formation for Corwin. Twin wide receivers to the left, single wide right. Wing back is Barr to the left. And we got Fleming in the backfield. It's going to be a give to Fleming. He sidesteps, gets some room. And, Coach, if he doesn't fall down right there, I think he has quite a nice gain.
He does. Turf Monster got him there.
Fleming, 3 carries for 23 yards so far. So a good start for him, just under 8 yards per touch. Early on, 2nd and 4 now.
Feels like he's been there forever. He's been anchored in the middle of that defense for a while now.
Coach A's coaching up Edgel on the sideline as Parson comes back in for him at the linebacker position.
Yeah.
Ball at the 36-yard line, 2nd down and 4. Snap, give, and Fleming, once again, more room. He's going to move the chains.
Oh, here's the thing. They're running inside zone or a zone scheme, and that backside linebacker's got to get across that cutoff block. If he gets across that cutoff block, they can make that play. They'll get it.
Friel's coming out. Looks like he has a little shoulder issue going on. Got his jersey ripped down. Looks like that's what it is. Yeah. Hunter Rogers into the game. And you watch, Coach, I watched the East Fairmont or the North Marion pursuit on the last play, and they got across the line and stopped and forced the offense's hand, but then Fleming just stepped right inside the defender and was able to get there.
Yeah, it's at 2nd level.
1st and 10 from the 42 now.
There's Murphy.
Murphy has it.
Get across.
Toby Michael turns him back in, and the rest of the Bees, or the rest of the Huskies, swarm and get him.
Yeah, that was well played by Toby and Carter. Carter got across it. As a back, you're supposed to read butts, but you're reading basically the other guy, and he did a good job of Carter showing himself, and that way he'd cut back in, and great feel that time. That's what has to happen. You got to have great feel from his backers.
2nd down and 8, ball up to the 44-yard line, 4:25 to go in the opening quarter. No score here at Woodcutter Stadium. Corwin in the shotgun now. He's going to keep it around the right side. Huskies right there.
There you go.
North Marion able to bottle that one up. And Corwin keeps his feet moving. Credit to him for that. He's going to pick up 2 yards after getting hit right at the line.
Corwin's a nice player. I just think, obviously they were in a situation at Eastside this year, and he's kind of been thrown into that quarterback spot. But I'm pretty sure he was one of their running backs, and so good, strong kid, good athlete.
Last year he had 10 carries for 15 yards against the Huskies over at East West Stadium in that season opener, and now he'll lead his team on a 3rd down and 6 ball at the 46-yard line. And I think East Fairmont stepped first.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the
dead ball false start. So big penalty there.
That's one thing you can't do as coaching wise. You don't want any pre-snap penalties.
Ball back to the 41 now. You would think passing situation, but they ran it on 3rd and long and picked up 15 and a first down earlier in this quarter. So now the ball at the 41 for a 3rd down and 11. Corwin in the shotgun. He'll drop back. Screen being set up. The Huskies read it well and it's going to be a tackle. Toby Michael makes the play, but we got to give a lot of credit there to Hunter Rogers as well.
Yeah, you love it when those D linemen are pursuing. They stayed at home. He stayed at home and then pursued the play. Both Toby and Hunter, great job.
When you're playing defensive line, coach, you should know if the offensive lineman is going to let you go, there's a reason.
Yeah,
he didn't forget about you there. So I thought Rogers did a great job there, noticing that, followed him right out, and was able to slow up Fleming just enough that the defense able to get there.
Oh,
Collins nearly blocks it.
Yeah,
and this punt will get away. He ran into the Carson Church, and I don't know what the Huskies are doing there.
Yeah.
Perhaps a little mental error there.
Yeah, they got
by North Marion. You got to get away from that one.
Coach Hayes is gonna he's gonna let them know about it. He's walking over there now. But yeah, back to that screen. I mean, we drill it in practice. Whenever I was coaching here, we would drill it in practice. You go in a game, and it's like they let their D lineman through, and they think that they're going to go make a play.
Well, and as a D lineman, you've been working every play to get through. You've been grinding every play, and then all of a sudden you see the daylight, and you're like, all right, now it's my time. Yeah. And the screen is such a situational play so often that, if a team runs it on 2nd and 2, good for them. But that's, that's when you get fooled by it. 3rd and 11 should be prepared.
Yeah, you know it.
1st and 10, North Marion, ball to 24-yard line. Morris in at quarterback. Poindexter behind him. It's going to be a turn. It's a give. Poindexter gets a block on the outside. Brian turns it up. He's going to get right about to the 30-yard line before he's brought down. Good block on the edge. Logan Gump is able to help Brian get to the edge there as a sophomore picks up 6 yards on that play, ball up to the 30-yard line. 2 carries, 13 yards. Brian Poindexter. Poindexter had 8 carries for 68 yards last year against the Bees in what would have been his first high school action for that matter.
Right.
Ball up to the 30 now. 2nd and 4. Morris takes a snap. He's going to roll out. Looking to pass. Bees get pressure. Morris gets out of it. He'll dump it away. There's Stemple. Stemple steps through a tackle. Gets through another one, and he's thrown out of bounds. Barr gets him. And they're going to be close to the first down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1.
The one thing, Sean, if you saw that on the near side here, they clamped that corner, and we had 2 vertical routes. If we could have just held off just a little bit, we had both receivers that were actually open.
Good pressure there by Fellows.
They did a great job.
And the Bees getting after that one and making things tough because you're right, Coach, open deep. Now it's a 3rd and 1 opportunity. Ball's going to be spotted at the 33-yard line for Morris and Poindexter. Snap, Cole.
There it is.
He's going to gets a trap, gets to the eggs. Now he's going. He's at the 40. He's at the 45, at the 50. Gets slowed up a little bit, looking for a block, a stiff arm. Cole Morris gets down to the 21-yard line, and that's a first down for the Huskies, as that one is going to go for a nice gain of 38 yards.
We said a while back that Cole Morris reminds us of tonight's honorary captain Gunnar Murphy, and him running the ball like that was
46 yards on the run.
Yeah, it was exactly what Gunnar did his senior year.
So 46 on that one as they go from the 33-yard line far side of the field down to the 21. 1st and 10. Toby Michael in. He's got an empty backfield for now. Got to imagine somebody will motion back there with him. Correction, they won't. Toby keeps it right up the middle. He's got a seam. Fleming brings him down. It's going to be a gain of about 6 yards there.
Yeah, we missed the block, man. It was well executed everywhere else. Missed the block.
So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 4, ball at the 15-yard line. Poindexter in the backfield with Toby Michael. We've got a wingback in Stemple. Poindexter moves to the left side. It's going to be a give. Michael gives him Poindexter. Barr gets him right in the backfield. TFL for Caden Barr as Poindexter is going to lose one.
Barr's a good player for East. He's somebody that I've seen on film. He's one of the guys that I'm like, you really want to watch because, again, between him, Fleming on the inside, plus they got the Fellows kid anchoring their D-line.
And with that, Coach, that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter, and it's been an up and down quarter for both teams. East Fairmont with some nice plays to start. They've moved the chains a couple of times, had some bright spots, a couple penalties, stalling drives and hurting them there. But overall, East Fairmont defense forcing a turnover on downs opening drive and being able to pick up some first downs and move the ball. Flip side for the Huskies, first drive, not what they're looking for on offense.
Right.
Defense has gotten 2 stops already, forced 2 punts. Now the offense looks like they got something going with a 3rd and 4 coming to open the second quarter.
Yeah, well, you got to expect that, right? I mean, it's game 1, even though this is a pretty experienced group, it's still game 1. So, I can see that they're getting in their rhythm. They're playing within themselves. Get a couple things cleaned up, and Brian can get loose here.
So once again, I want to thank all of you. Looks like we got about 30 people listening to the free audio version on YouTube. If you want to watch it, you can follow the various links that are out there on Facebook and find us on the North Marion Huddle page as well. So huddle.tv, search North Marion, easy to find. Your pay-per-view broadcast will directly go to support the North Marion athletes. Ball up to the 16, 3rd and 4 now, as Morris is in, has everything spread out. Parson Poindexter on the outside along with Ryder Bland to the left.
Little confusion between the East defense.
Snap, give. Poindexter gets a great block from Parsons. And now Poindexter's going to turn it up. He's inside the 5, tries to step through a tackle, and he'll move the chains. A nice run for Poindexter, and that'll set up a 1st down and goal for the Huskies.
Yeah, it should have been Gump, and it looked like Carter Parsons is the ones that really just sealed the edge there.
23 yards on 4 carries for Brian Poindexter. Josh Holden in the game now.
Yeah, they're back to the single wing package.
So the single wing, you have it a position where either Toby Michael or Cyrus Collins can receive the snap here.
Yeah.
You have Brian Poindexter on the left side angled in, and he'll go in motion. Michael will give it to him. He gets a block, gets inside the 5, but a good pursuit and a good job by East Fairmont to get off the block. I didn't see who that was that made the play, but shedding a block inside, I think it might have been Fellows.
I said 64.
Yeah, pardon me. Christopher Garlow shed his block and was able to get Poindexter down. No gain on the play. 2nd and goal from the 5. They're going to stay in the single wing. Parson at a tight end left. Poindexter angled in. Up back is Holden. Snap is going to be Michael. He keeps it. He's hit from behind. Keeps surging forward. Gets near the end zone. Did he get in? Poindexter thinks so, and he is. Toby Michael, 5-yard touchdown run, and the Huskies lead 6-0.
One thing that set that up, Sean, is Poindexter in motion. Number 2 for East, that would have been Heskett. He went with him. So if you notice, it just froze him for about a second, and it gave them enough time to go ahead and get a crease and get inside. So well done.
Touchdown comes at 10:59 in the second quarter. Toby Michael with a 5-yard run. Now on for the extra point, Cooper Williams, and it's up and good.
I told Brian coming into this season, I said, nobody really knew you last year. I mean, as far as across high school football, everybody kind of knew him, but, you don't really know what a kid can do as a freshman. He had, 800 and some yards or 800 yards last year. Everybody knows you. So it's going to work in their favor, too. Now you can use him as some type of decoy so to get the rest of his team open and doing, making plays. And then in turn, it's going to benefit you down the road, too.
Coming up through the middle school system, what did you know about Brian when he stepped onto this field to open camp last year?
He's a competitor. He's fast.
Do you get film from like 8th grade?
No, I watch him. Yeah, we watched him. We would go and we would watch him play here. They have film as well, so yeah, we would be able to watch him on film. But
Husky pups, right?
Yeah, the pups. Yeah. So but the thing is he was always around. Like we would look around at practice, and he was underneath the bleachers just kind of watching. So he's a competitor. He's an athlete. I think he's a 3-sport kid here. He's basketball, football, and I believe track.
How's he on the basketball court?
Well, he was hurt last year, so we didn't get to really utilize him, but he's an athlete, man. He can guard. He loves to compete, so we're excited about him this year.
7-0 North Marion Huskies, 10:59 second quarter, as Stemple will just kind of pooch this one, and it will roll out of bounds at the 23. So, Coach, I got to be honest, the kickoff game for North Marion over the last, you fill in the blank there.
Funkhausers.
Yeah.
Since the Funkhausers, right?
Since Forrest and Chandler, yeah. I mean, what's going on?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Can't answer it. I really don't know.
You've had good extra point place kickers.
Yeah.
You punting's been, I think, pretty solid for the most part.
Yeah. I mean,
but the kickoff game, is it a strategic?
It's a skill. It's seriously.
I don't mean to put you on the spot.
No, I mean, I'm not a kicking coach, but it's seriously a skill. And, I think Cooper, I don't know where he's at as far as kickoff, but I think he could do something like that, but he probably doesn't have the strong enough leg to get it down where you want it to go. But it's literally just a skill.
So after the kickoff out of bounds, it'll be 1st and 10 from the 35 for the Bees. They do elect to accept this penalty and not force the re-kick. So here's Corwin with a wing back to the left, twins to the left. Next to him's Fleming. Corwin looking to pass. This one incomplete, falls behind his intended receiver, Connor Wilson. 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Again, there's that RPO. Anytime you're the corner, that's going to be in the window of where that quarterback opens up to. So if that quarterback's on his right and you're that left side corner, you got to take away a slant.
Who's the read on that play? We have Stemple out at the outside backer there to the left. Is Corwin reading him? Is he reading Holden, who was also involved in that play?
It all depends on how they're blocking it up front. Let's talk about it.
2nd and 10. This is a give to the outside, Hayden Blosser.
Yep, good job. He got held.
First carry of the game for Blosser.
But what you're going to do is you're going to account for 5 or 6 guys. It depends on how many you're blocking in the box, right? If you got an H in there. So you're going to account for, let's say, 5. So you're going to leave a guy free. So if it's that overhang, let's say it's Stemple, and he goes and he starts, sniffing in the box a little bit, then that's when you go ahead and RPO him and throw that. That's kind of what they did right there. Holden got his hands up the last time. So again, anytime you're playing linebacker, whether it's an outside linebacker or that Will or Mike linebacker, depending on where it's at, you know that they're RPOing every time.
Ball back to the 25 for a 2nd down and 20 after that holding penalty. Barr in the backfield alongside, I believe that's Fleming to the left side of Corwin. Snap, Corwin looking to pass. He's got some good protection, throws it over the middle. Ball is incomplete. Had his receiver, Heskett, open. And Collins is able to recover late. Heskett bobbled it. If Collins doesn't come over, I do think he catches it on a ricochet. But as it stands, that one falls incomplete. 3rd and 20 upcoming now.
Yeah, I was kind of confused. I was watching the far side. I was watching Blake Johnson on number 9. And number 9 was stock blocking. So I thought it was going to be a run play. But
36 total yards of offense for the Bees. 16 net yards when you factor in the 20 penalties. Or I guess some of those were on defense, so not quite that many. But third down and 20, ball to 25, 9:25, second quarter. Corwin looking to pass, more good protection, is able to connect this one with his receiver, Heskett, and that'll bring up fourth down.
It should bring out the punting team.
It's going to be a gain of 9 on that reception. Here the coaching staff for North Marion yelling attack. That could very easily be a decoy call. I know better than that.
Yeah, that's coach's. That's going to be coach's team, his punt block team.
So the punt is away. It's a short one. This one is going to go as Church has it hit at the 45. It's going to be down, and the Huskies will start with this one in plus territory after Wesley Heflin falls on it. Yeah. Do coaches in that situation have like false calls where you yell something from the sideline?
Yeah.
I remember when I was playing like middle school basketball, we had out of bounds plays be like play 3. And if it got tipped out of bounds, it'd be 3 again. Yeah. And as soon as you said again, it was a different play.
Yeah, I used to have that. So I would run a set. We'd run chin, and then we're screaming chin again. And everybody think you're running the same thing, and really it's not. It's a slip screen off of it. And so,
Well, that's not going to work this year now.
No, well, we don't do it. This was back in the day.
Ball right at midfield, 1st and 10 for the Huskies, 8:36, second quarter. North Marion leads 7-0 on the strength of a Toby Michael 5-yard run. Now Morse gets it. He's looking to pass. Has a man
there it is.
Down the outside. Lobs it up. Ball is incomplete. Looking for Collins, and good late defense there by Corwin is able to face guard Collins. Doesn't make contact, so that one will fall incomplete. 2nd and 10. Morris now 1 of 2 passing in the game.
Listen, that was a well-thrown ball, too.
I thought he had Blake Johnson down the seam open as well if he threw it between the hashes.
Yeah. What happened is it looked like that corner went with him, right? So his read is if that corner goes with him, he's going to take the numbers. And he dropped it in there, but it was well played by Corwin. Great defensive effort.
Corwin, a good athlete.
He is.
From his safety position, makes a nice play there. 2nd and 10 from midfield. Clock stopped at 8:08. Here's Morris. Handoff. Poindexter hitting the backfield, dropped. Good pursuit by the East Fairmont Bees. That's going to be 64 Garlow.
East Fairmont's really done a good job up front of, I don't want to say controlling the line of scrimmage, but controlling their gaps. They're doing a good job.
I think coming into the game, both of us probably would have said North Marion's offensive and defensive lines, their strength.
It is.
Coming in. So to see East Fairmont go strength for strength and
they're
more
big.
than hold their own tonight.
They're big. East is big up front. I mean, Fellows is a big dude.
3rd and 12 now. 5 wide for Morris. Looks like man coverage just about across the board.
Yeah.
Morris drops the snap, picks it up. He's going to go down. And Cole will lose yardage on that one. He's going to get dropped for a loss of 8. Snap didn't look particularly bad.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I was kind of watching their DBs and how they're aligned.
Minus 11 yards for Morris on that one, correction. And that'll bring on the punt team for North Marion, Parson to punt.
The positive is you didn't lose the ball. Like I said in the pregame, you want to end everything in a kick. Don't give them the ball.
So Poindexter comes in motion on the punt. Bees follow him. Parson gets
it's off his foot.
A spiral off the side of his foot. Going to take a North Marion roll and get down to the 41-yard line on the East Fairmont side of the field. And we'll change possession here at 6:34 in the second quarter. The Bees will get it back. Their drive chart so far tonight ends with 3 punts to go along with a pair of first downs, both of which have come on the ground.
The key here is to not let East Fairmont get any momentum, right? So, East Fairmont's defense did a great job right there, got their offense back on the field. Now it's North Marion's job to make sure their offense gets back.
Haven't really had many momentum plays so far tonight. I think the last play we saw from the North Marion offense could be one on East Fairmont's side. Morris's long run, another momentum play. But so far, everything kind of, both teams still feeling each other out. Ball to 41. Corwin looking to pass. He pumps. Has a man down the seam. This one deep and great defense. What a great recovery by Ryder Bland. As that one will fall incomplete, he knocks it away from Carson Church. Church had a step. Bland got beat, but he recovered, got a hand in there, and knocked it away.
Well played, out of phase. well played out of phase. It looked like maybe a double move, some type of sluggo, a slant and go, and Ryder did a great job playing out of phase.
Bland, a senior, 6 foot, 170 pounds. Makes a nice play there. Corwin on the pump fake, I think, got him.
Yeah, and it was well thrown by Corwin. Well thrown.
So 2nd and 10, ball at the 41 now. Man in motion is Barr. Swing pass out to him. It's blocked up nicely, but good job getting off the block by North Marion. That's number 4, Colby Van Gilder.
Yeah.
Gets off that one, and it'll go down as a short gain.
And you know what? That right there is what I wanted to see out of Colby. I talked to him in the weight room this week, and coming downhill and making plays in space is what I wanted to see, because he can cover. You just got to be a solid tackler from that safety spot.
3rd down and 6, ball up at the 45-yard line. Halfway through the second quarter here. Huskies still with that 7-0 lead. Twin backs alongside Corwin. He's going to turn. Throws a slant. This one is caught for a first down. Heskett is able to juggle it, comes down at the reception, and that'll move the chains.
Again, good job on the RPO. Looks like they're RPOing safety. He's got space and leverage. They take it.
10 yards on the reception. They go from 145 to the other one. It'll be 1st and 10 Bs. That's their 3rd first down of the game. First one they've gotten through the air. Now Corwin will get the call from his sideline as we approach 5:20 to play in the second quarter. Snap. It's going to be a give. Fleming, he's got some room and is able to get there. Edgel's able to trip him up, and it's a gain of 4 by Fleming.
That's the fill that has to happen that we didn't see earlier. So it's great to see Edgel fill that gap on that play.
Good aggressive run there by Fleming, too. He finished that falling forward. Ball to the 41 now.
Good-looking kid. I mean, I don't know what his measurables are, but he looks to be 6 foot or taller. And, I mean, he's
5'11", 200 according to the roster, and he'll take this one over the left side. Edgel is able to string him out. Collins comes and cleans him up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed with Fleming out of the backfield tonight.
Loses 3 on that play. Collins playing downhill, able to clean that one up, and a good job there by Edgel. The second time we've called his name on this defensive possession.
Which is great. Obviously, it's probably going to be some type of pass down.
3rd and 9. They got to get to the 35 to move the chains. 4 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Huskies will bring a blitz. Throw it to the outside. Little wide of Heskett, and that one will fall incomplete. 4th down upcoming.
That's a tough throw for a high school quarterback.
Yeah.
You're going from hash to outside of the other hash off of an RPO and timing. I mean, that's a tough throw for a kid to make, but,
Punt team on here for East Fairmont. Got to figure it's a punt safe. You're over midfield.
Yeah.
4th and 9.
Yeah, you want the ball. How much time we have?
3 minutes, 55 seconds before the half.
You're in your 4-minute offense, which is practiced every week. So
good punt. Poindexter muffs it. He's able to get back on it. Brian's got to fall on that rather than trying to pick it up and run.
Yeah.
But crisis averted, and Poindexter gets up with the ball, says, my fault.
Yeah.
And North Marion will begin at the 12.
Listen, that's a tough position to play as well. That punt returner. I mean, you see guys on Saturday do it, on Sunday do it. They're muffing things, so it's tough because you're going to get hit. I mean, if somebody misses a block, you're getting ready to take one to the chin.
So 1st and 10, North Marion Huskies, ball at the 12-yard line. This will be their worst starting field position of the game. 3:50 to go, so 4-minute offense period. This type of stuff you drill in practice, scenarios you run.
Yeah, we practice it every week, 4-minute, 2-minute every week.
Ball up to the 12-yard line. It's going to be Toby Michael in at quarterback. Poindexter to his right. Stemple, a wing back to the left. Twin wide receivers left, single wide receiver right for Toby Michael. 4-down lineman for the Bees. Michael keeps it. He's got some room off the right side. He picks up a block. Jumps through and ball's on the ground. He fumbled it, and the Bees are going to fall on it. And it is going to be East Fairmont ball. That run recovered. I believe that's Owen Mayer, 65. So it's going to be a gain of 7 for Michael, and then he loses the fumble. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bees, ball at the 25-yard line. So consecutive ball handling errors for North Marion, and now the Bees right on the doorstep with 3:43 to go before the half. Corwin keeps. He's got room. He's up the middle. Collins trips him up, but a good surge forward, close to a first down for Corwin.
Yeah, good open field tackle.
10 yards on the run there. Should move the chains. It will. 13 yards on 5 carries for Anthony Corwin. He's also completed 4 of 9 passes for 25 yards. And now the Bees have a 1st and 10. Ball to 15. Snap. Corwin keeps. Over the left side, he's got another surge forward. He's getting inside the 10-yard line. And a gain of nearly 10 again. So he's going to go from the 15 down to the 7-yard line. So a gain of 8 for Corwin on that play. 2nd and 2, ball at the 7-yard line. Corwin in the pistol. He's got Fleming with him. One wide receiver to either side. Wingback is Barr to the left. Snap, high snap. Fleming gets it. He's hit and dropped right at the line as Logan Gump comes over and makes that tackle. Close to a first down. I think he's a little bit short.
This is where if you're North Marion's defense, you got to forget about them gaining these yards, and you just got to bend and don't break right here.
So 3rd down and 1, ball at the 6. Subs coming in for North Marion as Luke Walker and Hunter Rogers come into the game. So adding some size as we get Stemple and Van Gilder heading to the sideline on this 3rd and short situation at the 6-yard line.
Something.
And Coach Shane Eckel and the East Fairmont Bees are going to take a timeout. That's their first timeout. First timeout taken by either team so far.
Couple mishaps by both teams tonight, but again, it's week 1, and this is where you learn the first half of week 1. It's just how you're going to respond. Go into the half, try to end this drive in a kick, some type of field goal opportunity for East. If you're East Fairmont, you want to do everything you can to punch this thing in.
And North Marion will get the ball to open the second half. And more than likely, in some capacity, probably going to get another crack at it here in the first half. We got 2 minutes to go.
Yeah.
3rd and 1. So you get a stop here. I got to imagine Coach Hayes takes timeout.
Oh, yeah. He's going to. He's going to run 2-minute offense. And if you're East, you kind of want to milk this thing down. You don't want them to have an opportunity to score.
Ball at the 6. 3rd and 1. Pistol formation for Corwin. Takes it. He's going to keep.
Good job.
He's hit. He's going to fall for a first down, so he's going to get it. But a good tackle by Evan Miller, so not many yards there. But again, he did not need many, as that was just 3rd and 1, 3rd and inches.
No, he didn't need much at all.
Waiting for the official signal. There it is. 5th first down of the game for the Bees. So he'll get 2 yards officially on the stat sheet. And it's 1st and goal from the 4. And now is a situation where East will milk the clock here. Clock rolling at 1:40.
Yeah, if you're East quarterback, you want to snap this thing at a second left on the play clock. You don't want to.
20 left on the play clock now. 1:30 on the game clock. Ball at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal. Snap. Looking to throw. And incomplete.
Too early.
Tries to hit Murphy on the slant. Another good coverage play by Bland.
He's a headsy player. Ryder is. I mean, came out as I believe a junior, and I think it was his junior season, but did a good job for us last year, and Just high IQ kid. Again, knows how to play out of phase, which is a great thing right here. You're hardly ever going to be in phase here at the goal line.
2nd and goal from the 4. North Marion with a lot of beef right in the middle of that line. Pistol. Corwin keeps looking to pass. The screen is shut down, and the Huskies swarm it. And what a play by Hunter Rogers, number 77.
Rogers gets all the credit on that play. What a play by 77. You're telling a D lineman to peel with an H-back coming out of the backfield, and he did it flawlessly.
That'll be one on tape that when Coach Starsick sees that tomorrow. Point him on that one.
Yeah.
Give him credit for that play. Played it absolutely perfectly.
It was flawless. I'll be honest with you. That really surprised me. That, again, headsy, IQ, knows his assignment. What a play by Hunter.
And that's the type of play, you can read and react to a lot of stuff. You can play instinctually. That's not an instinct play. That's something you study, you rep, you drill that.
Yeah.
And it's obvious he's been paying attention. You're right. High IQ play.
Yeah, it was. Again, you talked earlier about, screening and things like that, right? It's the same scenario, right? You're getting what's called a slice. All right, they're blocking back on you. They're bringing him from one side of the formation to the other, and he's hitting you all night. And then they do a bluff block, so he's faking that he's slicing and going to the flat. And what a great job by Hunter to say nope, and he grabbed him. See, the thing is, ball's not in the air. So in high school, you can knock them down. You can do whatever you want as long as the ball's not in the air.
Now, is there a line of scrimmage component to that? How far down you are?
Buddy.
So anybody on the field can do that if the ball's not in the air?
If the ball's not in the air in high school football, you can knock a guy down. I used to tell our linebackers just knock them down when they cross the field.
3rd and goal from the 6-yard line now. Pistol formation. It's going to be a keeper. Corwin tries to bounce it out, and he's turned back in.
Who was that?
And nothing there. That was
Rogers, and
we'll say his name again.
Toby Rogers, Hunter Rogers, and Toby Michael. Well played.
Corwin gets 1 yard. He's got 22 yards. Now we got a 4th and goal from the 5-yard line, and Coach Hayes does take that timeout. We expected him to.
Yeah, he's going to use them. It's 4th down. It's a decision for East. Early in the game, you probably want to if they have a kicker. This is the key.
And they do. Carson Church, the only returning All-State player for East Fairmont. He was honorable mention last year as a specialist. So you are on the far hash and inside the 5.
Yeah, so does he like it, right? So
that's a tough kick for anybody.
That's right. Does your kicker like the angle? All right. Because as a coach, you got to listen to your players. You got to go up to him and say, hey, you practice this every day. This kid knows he's probably done this, hundreds of times. Do you like it? If he does, you take the points. If he doesn't like it, all right, offense stays out. Looks like the offense is coming back out.
Yeah, Church, the kicker, is on the field, but he's lined up wide left as a wide receiver. So goal to go from the 5. Talk about momentum plays. The fumble was one on a few moments ago. This is probably the biggest one of the game to this point. 1:06 on the clock. 4th and goal from the 5. Looks like a hard count.
Yeah, they're going to try to freeze him. They're going to call a timeout.
And they will. And now I do think we're going to see Church kick this one.
Yeah. I like the call by Coach Eckel. Coach Hayes is big about that. Like, we're going to try to get a hard count. I got a timeout left.
Coach Hayes loves the hard count more than anyone I've ever met.
Loves it.
You're going to send a guy in motion. You're going to clap when it gets to the mesh point.
It's, there was a year that we actually had I can't remember if Coach Hayes talked Coach Oho into it or somebody talked Coach Hayes into it, but they were like, all right, everybody in West Virginia high school football knows that when we go in motion, it's tight like that, and we clap, like, we're not going to run a play. Well, one year we actually had a play called after it, right? So we had a freeze and we had something after that. So, I think that was interesting that we were able to do that a couple times. Yep.
So Bees come back on the field.
Offense.
It is the offense again. Interesting.
Wow.
You get that hard count. Best case scenario, you gain 2 yards, 2.5.
Right.
And get it there. But yeah, they're going to leave the offense out. All right, 4th and goal from the 5. Here we go.
Take away inside leverage. You got to force the longest throw.
Corwin takes snap. Looking to throw over the middle. Incomplete.
Nope.
No flags on the
No
field.
flag.
Great defense there by Cyrus Collins as Corwin's pass intended for Heskett falls incomplete. Turnover on downs.
I knew it. They ran that slant, and you got to take that inside leverage anytime you're on the goal line. So this is good. Now it's up to Coach Hayes and Coach Taylor. Or do you go in at half right now up 7-0, or are you going to press the tempo and try to get down the field? I mean, you have 1:02 left, so you have a chance.
These get a first and goal from the 4-yard line, end up turning it over on downs. They try and throw, I believe, on 3 of the plays inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
One of them ended up being a scored run because he was tackled, but it was definitely a called pass play. 1st and 10 from the 5. Here's a snap. This is Collins. He breaks it out. He's outside the 20 down to the 25. Coach Hayes takes a timeout.
Yeah. Single wing. Ran Poindexter in motion to give that false motion, and
21 yards for Collins on the run.
Great run.
Coach Hayes tried to call that timeout a while ago. I thought he got it. As soon as Cyrus went down, I thought they registered it. And I'm sure Coach Hayes is. I think that is nope, I thought it was smoke from behind. He doesn't quite have the he doesn't quite have the shoulder set.
I forget Ramito, maybe. Nick Ramito, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong, but that's who it looks like from up here.
A lot of credit to all the officials in high school football across all sports. You want to talk about a job that does not get enough credit?
You know, a couple years ago, I went and took the referees class for basketball for twofold. We had junior high games that were getting canceled, so I thought, hey, if after practice I could probably go do a game or something.
Yeah.
So our kids don't have to lose. But the other thing is, like, I think as coaches, we also need to see it in their eyes.
Absolutely.
As well. And so obviously it's eye-opening, but man, these football officials, buddy, they get it.
Yeah.
Some of the best basketball officials are football guys because they can take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a job I could not handle.
Yeah.
I know that. I think I could technically do it okay, but the voices in the stands would get me.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact. Ball to 26, 1st and 10. Here's Morris in the shotgun. Single back to his left. He's going to drop the throw. He has a lot of time.
There it is. Good job.
He got Parsons, who's going to step out of a tackle. We got a flag in the backfield. We'll wait to see what that is for. As it stands right now, that's going to go down as a gain of 12 from Morris to Parsons. It's going to be a hold.
Holding on 52, so that would be Jacob Friels, I'm pretty sure.
First penalty of the game called against North Marion.
I was just getting ready to compliment both teams being penalty-free inside the box. Is it not? A bunch of holdings?
East had that one hold that backed them up to second down and 20.
Only one, right?
Yeah, just the one holding. You're right.
Yeah, that's clean, honestly, for first game.
I was at Morgantown and Parkersburg last night, and I think they combined for over 20 penalties. I know that.
That's
between the two. 43 seconds on the clock. It is stopped. We've got a first down and long. Ball's back to the 16. So 1st and 20 as Morris is going to spread out 5 wide. He's going to take the snap. He drops, has time. Lobs it, ball incomplete. He was looking to hit Ryder Bland over the middle.
Empty. They're playing quarters coverage. So, one thing that they could do, it's not really very typical. You could run 5 verticals, and now your guy down the middle is wide open.
So 5 verticals against that 4 deep coverage. You look at somebody across the middle. Bland had a step there. He was open.
Yeah.
Now a 2nd and 20. We'll see if the mindset changes for Coach Hayes. I don't think it will.
No.
For the 2nd and 20, we got 40 seconds to go before half.
Yeah.
It's going to be a pitch
quick
out.
Pitch. Good.
Poindexter gets a block. And the seam was there, but East Fairmont closed it down very nicely as Fleming gets the tackle.
If we could have held that block just about another second or two longer at receiver, Poindexter, he may be gone.
So this clock is running. I'd expect the Huskies to snap it. The Bees can't stop the clock, so 3rd and 10. You probably have a chance to break one. 10 seconds to play. 3rd down and 13. Morris will take the snap. He's going to keep. He's got room. Cole Morris gets it at the 30. He's going to cut. He's going to go out of bounds, but the clock will run out. So he's going to go and pick up 16 yards on the run, but that'll bring us to halftime. And the score, North Marion 7, East Fairmont 0. Coach, before we step aside for halftime, thoughts on what we saw out there?
Again, like I said right before half, I felt like, penalties within the box have been pretty clean. So both offensive lines have done a good job of not holding and moving their feet. It's been a battle in the trenches. Honestly, I thought offensive line, defensive line, it's been a heck of a matchup between North and East. East has done a great job with their D line about controlling gaps. Both teams have pursued pretty well, but you know what? I would expect that. It's an in-county rival. It's game number one. You're tired of hitting each other. You know what I mean? And it's been a good game so far.
Been very impressed with the pursuit of the East Fairmont defense.
Yes, they've done a great job.
I think North Marion has blocked things up front pretty good. The initial surge from North Marion has been pretty good all night, but East Fairmont flowing and shutting things down before what could potentially become a big play. We saw it with Poindexter on that last run.
Yep.
And we saw it with Morris as well. What could have been a big breakaway play doesn't quite get there. So a good first half of football. North Marion going to receive to begin the second half. And we will step aside for halftime and be back with a quick recap and second half action. After this, you're listening and watching North Marion football on Huddle TV and YouTube. Back here at North Marion High School, second half action just about to begin. Coach, let's take a look at some stats from the first half, some good, some bad, both ways.
Yeah.
Start with the good for North Marion defense, holding East Fairmont to 2.9 yards per play. The Bees, 80 yards on 28 total plays. I know Coach Starsick probably happy about that number. They've run the ball 17 times for 55 yards, 3.2 yards per carry, 4 of 11 passing for 25 yards, and a couple big incompletions forced down in the red zone. If you're Coach if you're TJ, if you're the North Marion defensive staff, got to be pretty happy with those numbers, especially that goal line stand.
Yeah, you are happy. I mean, again, you bend, you don't break. That's always been the mentality that the defense has had here is like, all right, we've gave up some yards. We'll let them inside the red zone, but we can't let them in the end zone. And they've done a good job of that. Offensively, the stat that really stuck out to me was 1 for 3 for, I believe you said 3 yards.
So let's flip over to the not so great for North Marion because I know Coach Taylor and Coach Hayes, the expectations they have for the offense. 18 rushes, 135 yards, 7.5 yards per rush. Not a bad number.
That's good.
Not a bad number.
Yep.
1 for 3 passing for 3 yards.
Yeah.
And then so total yardage, 6.6 yards per play, 138 yards on 21 plays, -1 in the turnover margin.
That's the key, man. You got to hang on to the ball. But again, it's game one. I'm not saying it's expected, but it's expected, right? The thing that really jumped out was that 1 for 3 for 3 yards was kind of surprising. Usually we're throwing the ball anywhere from 12 to 15 times a game. But again, you got to ride, whatever's hot, right? So we're getting 7 yards a carry. So, obviously you do the math, you run the ball a couple times and you got a first down, you just keep doing it. Right. But,
yeah, I think we not to cut you off, but I think we look at the drive chart too. That's another something that's been interesting to me where the Bees have more first downs than North Marion, 5 to 4 in that department. So granted, you got to look at things as they are. You had a 46-yard run by Cole Morris, just less opportunities for first downs.
Right.
That's not
exactly
the tell all, but the Bees, I think, have been effective at sustaining drives. I don't have the ability to keep time of possession. That'd be a lot to ask.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's either even or maybe a little bit in East Fairmont's favor.
Yeah, I agree. And you said that about Cole, that explosive play. I think he's had 2 explosive runs, one for 46, and the other one was it was like one of the first plays of the game. He had 16 yards or something like that early on, running the ball. One of his
14 on his first
carry. 14. So he's done a good job doing that. He's done a good job orchestrating the offense. So I'm excited to see what adjustments have been made. I'm sure that there's been some pretty intense conversations in that team room, and I will guarantee you one thing: North Marion will come out ready to play in the second half, but so won't the Bees.
Yeah, absolutely.
So won't the Bees.
Sean McNamara here in the booth with Coach Harbert. Want to thank you all for joining us here. If you're watching on the Huddle stream on huddle.tv, your purchase of the pay-per-view goes to support the North Marion Athletics Department. Those of you joining us on YouTube, thank you for listening to our game, and you can watch it over on Huddle. Their season-long subscriptions, you can do all that. Thanks to the North Marion and Marion County School Board administrations, everyone involved, Coach Harbert really leading the charge to get the internet in the booth here at Woodcutter Stadium and to get us on. So we're happy to have all you with us. Looking around the state of West Virginia, a lot of good games here in opening night. We had some last night. Tonight, some games of interest. Princeton up 7-0 on Capital. Great game in Class 3A. Some teams we're familiar with in the Big Ten. Philip Barber and Grafton, no halftime score. Next week's North Marion opponent, Preston, tied up at 7 with Hampshire. So good game there out in the Eastern Panhandle. Other games of interest that I see. Last night we had Byrd pick up a 41-19 win over Lewis County. In 4A, we got some good games going on tonight too. Spring Mills 14-0 over Jefferson. That's a good game out there.
Yeah, we talked about that before we came on the broadcast. I wanted to hear that score. Good.
So that's a good one we got there. University 19-7 over Musselman. Another game out there in the Panhandle as UHS with a 19-7 lead over there. Oak Hill, a future North Marion opponent this year, tied up at 14 with Nicholas County.
I've seen them on film. They scrimmaged east.
So Oak Hill tied up there. Wheeling Park 7-0 over Parkersburg South. Big game there. So
I'm kind of surprised about that one.
Yeah?
Yeah. Wheeling Park 7-0 over Park South.
Yeah.
I got to see Park South. They play hard.
Well, new coach this year.
I know.
Coach Tanner's gone.
I know. Love Coach Tanner, by the way. That's my guy.
He's a popular guy around the state.
Well, I know with us, we coached, the year I was I went to coaching the North-South game. I was a defensive coordinator in the North-South game. I got to coach with Coach Tanner, Coach Sherman from Martinsburg, and then me, Darren, and Coach Land. But, man, what a great guy. I'm glad he's doing well down in Princeton so far. But I watch Park South, and they play hard. I think they've really kept that tempo and culture that Coach Tanner brought. So I'm excited to see how they do.
Final score before we begin the second half, Elkins 35-7 over Lincoln at halftime. Elkins going to be a good team this year, Coach. We saw them scrimmage on this field just a couple weeks ago. They look good up against Nitro.
They are.
That said, we understand Nitro wasn't playing their ones the whole time. Take that as it will.
But they play hard.
Yes.
In this sport, you have to play hard all the time.
Let's get the first look at the North Marion kickoff return unit. I see Brian Poindexter back there. I believe he's joined by Cyrus Collins.
Yeah. Two explosive guys back there receiving the ball.
Carson Church will kick things off. He'll boot it. There was no whistle, so that's a
whistle
penalty there. It's a delay of game. Church just ready to get things started there.
I've done this for a long time. I don't know coming out of half that I've ever seen a delay of game. That's very surprising. I don't know if something started early or something, but
I'm not sure. That is interesting. If you got a Church is ready to go, the Bees just ready to play.
Yeah, they were out there,
so that'll back them up. And that will get charged. 4 penalties, 25 yards charged against East Fairmont tonight. North Marion 1 penalty for 10. It was a big penalty because it wiped out a nice play that the Huskies had in the first half.
Kid's got a leg.
Yeah, Church, the only returning All-State player, was honorable mention last year as a specialist for the Bees. He's got his hand in the air. Here we go. Kickoff, good kick.
Real good.
Collins going to field it at the 6-yard line. He's going to go up to his right. He cuts it back, and he's going to be hit. Barr puts a nice hit on him, and Collins is going to go down. Good kick coverage by the Bees. I thought Collins, when he cut it back, had a seam there, had a little wall.
He had a seam, and Caden Barr, another good player for East Fairmont, did a great job of squeezing and making that open field tackle.
Ball at the 24-yard line now, 1st and 10 for the North Marion Huskies. It's going to be Morris out there. Skill position players out on the field for North Marion. We got Blake Johnson. He's out there with Ryder Bland. Cyrus Collins going to line up in the slot. Stemple at a wing. And Brian Poindexter, the deep back, behind Cole Morris for this 1st and 10 play from the 24. 4 down linemen, 1 overhang for the Bees on the defensive side as Morris takes the snap. It's going to be a give. Poindexter over the right side. Stemple throws him a block. Brian gets up to the 32-yard line before he is taken down by Corwin. So a nice gain to start things there for the Bees, for the Huskies. That's going to be 8 yards for Brian Poindexter. He's got 36 on 8 carries.
North going with some tempo.
Ball at the 32-yard line, 2nd down and 2. Snap Morris. Give. Poindexter. Bounces it to the outside. He goes forward. He's got close to the 1st down, going to be short. I thought Brian was bottled up in the backfield as there's good pursuit by Garlow and the East Fairmont defense, but Brian falls forward for a single yard, 3rd and 1.
Garlow 64.
Garlow is 64.
Did a great job of really leveraging that guard. That right guard, he did a great job of leveraging.
We've been saying his name a lot tonight, at least I have. And if they're interior defensive linemen, that's saying a lot for the way you're playing.
Yeah.
3rd down and 1. Ball at the 33. Got to get to the 34. Snap. Give. Brian's got the 1st down, and he breaks into the secondary up to the 42-yard line. Gain of 9 and a 1st down for the Huskies.
North Marion made a change up front. They brought in Josh Holden, moved him to tackle, and moved Friels to right guard. They took out Luke Walker. So that was a well blocked on that right side.
Brian Poindexter accounting for all 18 yards on this opening drive of the 3rd quarter for the North Marion Huskies, who have a 1st and 10 from the 42, 10-15 in the 3rd, and a 7-0 lead. Morris looking to pass, has some pressure. Now he'll dump it off. Ball caught.
Good job.
Sitting down there in the zone is Bland.
Cole did a good job. The corner squatted and took away his first read, and then he just extended the play and came back across and went through his progression. He did a great job.
Good blocking there on the left side of the line by North Marion. A lot of credit to the Huskies over there. Logan Gump on that left side. I believe Miller next to him. Gain of 7 on the play. Morris is going to give this one first carry of the game for Edgel. And a good hard run.
Good run.
And
Good
that
run.
should move the chains, I believe.
It's going to be close. They're probably going to measure this one. Nope.
3rd down, so they're going to mark him just short.
Okay.
So I'll have to change that.
Hey, you got a better angle than I do. Is that Toby? Toby's at quarterback now.
So ball at we'll say the 49, between the 49 and 48. So ball at the 49. Stemple in motion. Toby, high snap. Picks it up. He's under pressure. He's going to go down. Fumbled snap. It's the 4th fumble of the game for North Marion. And a big loss on the play. 11-yard loss. That one will get charged for Toby Michael, minus 11. 10 yards, and that'll bring on the punt unit.
It's unfortunate. That snap was a little bit high, but got to handle it. Carter Parson back to punt.
Poindexter comes in motion. Ball at the 40. Parson gets away a good one.
Nice punt.
High in the air. It's going to bounce, take a very friendly North Marion roll. This one will get inside the 20.
Good punt.
So ball from the 40-yard line will roll all the way down. It's touched dead at the 17. 43 yards net on the punt. First and 10 for the Bees.
All right.
North Marion defense still pitching a shutout right now.
East Fairmont's got to be excited about getting that stop, even though there was a miscue. You got to stop. Your offense gets to be back, on the field without a score, so that's great.
First and 10 from the 17. It's going to be a handoff and bottled up right there at the line of scrimmage is the Bees. Now it's 22 for East Fairmont. Blosser. He'll get one. 2nd and 9 now. Looking at that left side, Heskett has a lot of space over there in the slot to the right.
Now they're bringing Stemple out of the box.
And he'll go down.
Yeah.
And now this is going to be a give, and Blosser is going to be taken down in the backfield. Toby Michael had him.
Probably one of the hardest things to do. They're running some type of outside zone there, and for you to bend it all the way back is tough. Usually the pursuit is coming from there. You kind of want to keep that thing midline to front side. So
when you say bend it, what's that mean?
So you can bang it, which is going straight up field. Bend it. They bend it all the way back.
Okay.
And that's what he tried to do. And that on outside zones, usually not a thing that you want to bend all the way back across the field.
3rd and 10. Murphy goes in motion for the Bees. Corwin looking to pass over the middle. Incomplete.
Good job, Colby.
Great coverage there by East Fairmont's Colby Van Gilder. A couple nice plays from Colby tonight. And that one is going to force a 3 and out. That might have been his best play so far.
That was a great job. I mean, again, you kind of know it's a pass situation. You want to take away inside leverage, and he just played right through the hands. He did a great job.
So every East Fairmont possession, save for the turnover on downs in the red zone late in the second quarter, has ended in a punt. And now Church is back deep. He's got his heels at the 2-yard line, and Brian Poindexter poised to return. Snap. Bounce block. Cyrus Collins got it. He recovers it. Touchdown, North Marion Huskies. As Cyrus Collins blocks it and cleans it up on his own, and North Marion gets all the momentum in the building right back and goes up 13-0.
Sean, we said it earlier. Cyrus actually almost blocked a punt earlier, and he kind of, hit the punter, just tapped him, and, there it was.
Cyrus Collins with the block punt. North Marion, I forget who it was a few years ago, but you had somebody on the team.
Dylan Kompowski.
That's Dylan Kompowski. I knew it was. You guys have been outstanding at blocking punts, getting after the punter. It's been I don't know who coaches your special teams, who's in charge of that. Honestly, I should.
Coach Hayes.
Coach Hayes. Credit to Coach Hayes for that, because that has been a staple of North Marion football.
Yeah, Dylan Kopalski, if somebody ever kept a stat.
I had it that year.
Of like, throughout the years at North Marion, Dylan Kopalski's got to be, if not the leader, one of the leaders in pump blocks. It was unreal that year.
If I was on the call for those games, I had that number at one point.
Did you?
I did. I don't remember what it is, but I remember Coach Hayes telling me.
Yeah. I mean, man, you know what? He's another one, just another kid that came through here, just a great young man. But he had some wheels, and he always was able. Sometimes we bring him off the edge. Sometimes we would loop under him and bring him inside, but he was our pump block guy. You better find him.
And pump blocking, all about angles and pursuit, and not only an angle to the ball, but angle of your body to get around the edge, get to your defender, because you can't go too wide or it'll be out. And Cyrus Collins, great straight rush there right after Church, who kind of wheeled a little bit to his right to get into his kicking motion. And Cyrus didn't even leave his feet for that. Hit it 2 hands up and was able to take his momentum right into the end zone. It's
textbook. I watched practice film the other day, and they were working their pump blocks in a circuit. And, again, it was textbook. 2 hands across. You want to take it off the foot and then just find the ball. And, I mean, he did every facet of that.
Nice kickoff by Stemple. This one is going to be fielded at the 11-yard line by Heskett. He's going to take it to the outside, turns him back in, and he'll get taken down at it looks like about the 26. Lucas Runner, number 3 for the Huskies, turned that one back in. Let the rest of his friends come and clean things up there.
That's his job. His job is to not let anything get outside of him. And that's exactly, he doesn't need to go attack it. He just needs to make sure it doesn't get outside of him and let his friends pursue.
Kind of like we said with Rogers earlier on that little split that they were trying to run. Sometimes just doing assignment football is so big in the little things, and that's why you drill them. That's why you practice them. That was another good example. Didn't make the play, but made the play happen.
That's right.
Ball at the 27, 1st and 10 for the East Fairmont Bees. Corbin's going to drop back to pass. He's got some time. Still has time in the pocket. Throws it across. This one completed to Murphy. He's going to turn things up. Boy, he's quick. And he's going to pick up a first down.
Yeah, we didn't get a pass rush up front. I mean, that's the one thing that, you got to be yelling at those guys right now. It's like, we got to get penetration up front with those linemen.
13 yards on the reception for Murphy. That is the longest reception of the game for the Bees. Second longest offensive play they've had so far today after Fleming's 15-yard run on 3rd and long in the opening quarter.
He's a guy that can take it to the house for him.
1st and 10 from the 40 now. Stemple shows blitz. Now he backs off. Now he's right back in it, playing some games with Corwin there. Now the RPO comes. This one's going to be out. Murphy has it again. Makes a man miss. Tripped up. Good job by Van Gilder to keep that one from becoming a disaster, because Murphy almost shook it.
Again, I said in the first half, the thing I wanted from number 4 tonight, and I talked to him, can you make plays in the open field? And he has answered. He's done just that.
2nd and 7 now. Ball at the 43-yard line. North Marion with a 14-0 lead as we are halfway through the 3rd quarter here, with the clock showing 5 minutes and 52 seconds. Sean McNamara, Coach Steve Harbert on the call here. Audio on YouTube, video on huddle.tv. Thanks for joining us in here tonight for a beautiful night of football to open the 2025 season. Now Murphy's going to take a handoff. Not sure that interior run is the best way for him to show his skill set. He gets taken down for a loss of 2.
Yeah, it's almost like a mirror image of each other, right? North Marion, their box is good. So is an East Fairmont's. Like you want to try to get the ball on the edge.
Ball back to the 41 and a 3rd and 9. Now let's see if North Marion can dial something up and get some pressure. Corbin's had a lot of time to throw on this drive.
Yes.
And throughout the game, I think the East offensive line has blocked things up pretty well on the passing plays for the most part.
They have.
Ball at the 41. Here's a snap. Corbin drops back. Pressure comes from Friels late. This one's thrown incomplete. And coming from the backside is Bland to knock that one away from Church. Coach, I'm not sure he didn't get there early, but no flag, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, it was well played. Again, like I said earlier, Bland being out of phase, coming through his hands. Looks like the it may have been PI. It may have been PI.
It was close.
Hey, I'm a defensive guy, so what am I going to say?
It was a bang play. It's a bang play. No flag. No
That's
call.
right. That's right. Punt teams are on.
So let's see if Collins can get another one.
They better find 6. See,
he gets through when Church kicks this one a little quicker than he had been.
Get out of the way.
And this one will be downed by Murphy at the, looks like about the 47-yard line.
They got some younger guys. Coach Hayes got some younger guys. He's always done this, put them on special teams, guys that get out there, kind of get their feet wet, guys that they have some confidence in and that thinks that they're going to play defense later. But one thing that he's going to tell them when they yell, they have a code word.
What's the word here?
I'm not saying it on the
Fair
air.
enough. We used to do poison was what we call it.
Yeah, well, it's not. It starts with the same, but it's not. So they're going to yell it. Guys got to run to the sidelines. I don't care if it's the opposite sidelines. If that kid needs to run to East Fairmont sidelines when he's over there.
Ball's at the 46-yard line now, 1st and 10 for the Huskies, 4:55 third quarter, 2-touchdown lead for North Marion. We'll see if the momentum they got on that Collins block punt touchdown translates over to the offensive side. Here's Morris. He's going to give it to Poindexter, and he gets a little surge forward. He's going to pick up 2.
Looked like something was, I don't know if it was the mesh or the snap, something threw timing off between. They've had great timing all day, but something threw the timing off between Cole and Poindexter there.
This will be 2nd and 8 now upcoming. Brian Poindexter after that run, 11 carries, 48 yards on the game, so just over 4 yards per carry for number 13 sophomore for the North Marion Huskies. Ball to 47, 2nd and 8. Snap, give. Poindexter with a great cut. Now bounces out. He makes another one. Gets a block from Carter Parson. And we're going to get up to the 1st down marker. And it looks like we're going to move the chains.
Great job up front. I think it looked like they ran stretch zone there. So Poindexter's kind of reading the butt of the tackle and making cuts off of him. And that's what he does best.
10 yards on the run for Poindexter. 9 yards, rather. So the ball's up to the 43-yard line. Snap. Morris looking to throw. Has an out route. He's got Bland. Or sorry, not Bland. That one was intended.
Are they calling that incomplete?
For Blake Johnson. They're going to say Blake lost it as he was going to tuck it away. Incomplete pass. I thought he had it and fumbled it out of bounds, but we didn't have the good angle as he turned it
right. I think it was a right call. It's just a shame. That double out route they pick on that corner, which is usually they clamp one of their corners, and so great job. Just got to execute the catch.
2nd and 10 now. Ball at the 43 still. Twin wide receivers to the left. Wing back left is Parson. Poindexter in the backfield alongside Morris. High snap. Now Brian's going to take it right up the middle. He'll fall forward, and he's going to get somewhere between 3 and 4 yards. We'll check the final spot.
So what's that? Going to bring up 3rd and maybe 6?
Yeah, it'll be 3rd and 6 after that gain of 4 for Poindexter.
As it, if you're East Fairmont's defensive coach, you're sitting here looking. This could be a screen down, all right, or it's going to be something where they're giving maybe a stretch zone or something to Poindexter. But
North Marion, not a big screen team in my memory.
Never have been really.
Well, it's a 39 now. 3rd down and 6. Snap. Bees bring pressure. Morris sees it. He steps out. He's going to spin. He's going to pick up the 1st down. Cole Morris stays on his feet. Good hard running. And the chains will move for the Huskies down to the 26-yard line.
That's dumb.
13 yards, and we got some pushing and shoving after the play.
That you can't do that, man. You can't do that. It was a great run by Cole. I've been impressed with how he's running the whole time, and then now it's going to negate that. I mean, obviously they're going to get the 1st down. I believe they're going to call it after the play.
Yeah, dead ball personal foul on the Huskies.
So now, I mean, you're taking 15 yards away from your brothers.
So with the dead ball penalty, it will be 1st down.
Yeah. Now you're almost back to where you started. You are back to where you started.
Just a little bit behind, just a little bit behind, actually. That play started from the 39-yard line. Okay. So they back it up to the 43.
Cole's like, I got the yards. So.
Yep. So 1st and 10 now. Morris up to 78 yards on 5 carries, 2 of 5 passing for 10 yards. Now 1st and 10 from the 43. He's got the snap here. He's going to give Poindexter Bryan right up the middle. He's going to get taken down. Good job shedding a block by East Fairmont's Fleming as he gets off that and is able to get Poindexter down. Looks like we got an injury here.
I'm telling you, those linebackers are good for East Fairmont.
Down on the field is Friels.
Looks like Friels, yeah. Let's see what the situation is. There's a kid, Jacob Friels, an extremely hard worker, in season, out of season, probably one of the most coachable kids that we've had. He's a teenager, so like any teenager, he can they can get under your skin a little bit, but he's a hard worker. Actually, he's a really good kid. Always paid attention in the film room, team meetings. He's up.
He'll head off the field here.
I don't know if it's a stinger or what, but they're looking at his shoulder, so my guess is probably some type of stinger.
2:39 on the 3rd quarter clock. North Marion leading 14-0. Touchdowns coming on a 5-yard run from Toby Michael and a blocked punt return by Cyrus Collins. He blocked the punt and got the score. After a 7-yard run from Poindexter, when we return from the injury timeout, it'll be 2nd and 7 from the 40-yard line for North Marion. Morris stays in at quarterback.
Yeah, it looks like Luke Walker came in for Friels. So on that right side, you'll have Luke Walker and Josh Holden. Still Gump and Miller on that left side.
Ball at the 40 now.
That's a big left side.
It is. Morris has a snap. He's going to roll to that left side. Squares his shoulders. Throws one over the head of Bland. Coverage on the play by Corwin. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 7 upcoming. Good job by Corwin. Maybe a little miscommunication on the route from Bland, as that one pretty far over his head, farther than I think Cole would have just missed one by. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I couldn't see. It was kind of out of my vision, but I don't know what the route was. But, if Cole's made good reads today, so if he thought he was open, I'm sure that's why he threw that ball. But I know he did have the underneath routes as well.
It looked like he was going – Cole thought he was running a flag, and he flattened it out a little bit.
Okay.
It kind of went for a deep out.
Okay. Yeah, may have been some miscommunication.
Ball at the 40-yard line now, 3rd and 7. Pistol formation, Morris. Deep back is Poindexter. It's going to be a pitch out to him. Bryan tries to turn his corner. He does. He's got the first down. He's at the 20. He's at the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Bryan Poindexter, 39 yards to the house. And North Marion goes up 20-0.
Great job on that right side by sealing the edge. Again, Holden and I believe it was Luke Walker on that right side.
Luke Walker, fresh into the game, makes an impact with a nice block.
Nice block.
And a good job by Poindexter. He caught the pitch to the right side from Morris and very quickly turned his shoulders and got right upfield, north and south running, and was able to find the sideline eventually as he angled out. Beautiful run by Bryan Poindexter.
That's what you want out of your running back. Once they find a crease, stick it and get vertical.
So 39-yard run for Poindexter, and the PAT is blocked.
Too much pressure. I mean, it was a host of bees at that placeholder.
The whole hive there.
It was.
Coach Harbert, as that kick goes blocked. And it'll be 20-0, 2:07 on the 3rd quarter clock. And that's the probably second, what I will classify as the second offensive explosive for North Marion tonight. Morris with the run earlier, and then that run by Poindexter. And now 20-0 is the North Marion lead. 2 touchdowns here, one special teams touchdown, 1 offensive touchdown for North Marion. So despite punting on the opening drive, really responding here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I think I said that. These guys, I knew they were going to come to play. Again, both teams probably nervous early on. It's, even though, both teams are probably, pretty experienced, you have all those nerves. And once you get a first half of football under you, now you're ready to play. And, North Marion's actually done a good job capitalizing.
North Marion looking for their 10th straight win over East Fairmont. The Bees only one win on this field in school history. Did some research back, and East Fairmont playing the community schools here at North Marion pre-consolidation. Granted, you can't, the school sizes were a lot different back then.
Yeah.
But when you look at the community pre-consolidation, East Fairmont with an 85-33 record against the 5 pre-consolidation schools from North Marion, as Stemple puts it in the end zone for a touchback.
Wow.
Yeah, looking through that, Barrackville never beat East Fairmont. 0-9. They played those games between 1930 and 1953.
Barrackville is a basketball school.
Bison, shout out to Coach Retton. Fairview 3-9 against East Fairmont in games between 1920 and 42.
Yeah.
Farmington, this one surprised me. The Farmers were 3-18 against the Bees between 1924 and 49.
Monongah?
Monongah 11-20. Those games were played between 1925 and 1975. Mannington 16-29 all time against East Fairmont between 21 and 69.
Wow.
So when you combine the North Marion and then the community schools, East Fairmont with a 93-70.
Boys, we're
advantage.
missing a guy. It looks like maybe.
Going to run one on late. Corwin looking to pass. He's going to throw this one incomplete. They're not going to rule this a fumble, are they? No, they are going to call it incomplete.
Yeah, that's incomplete.
Pressure coming from the right side. Didn't quite see who got it.
They're missing a guy, and I'm not sure. Is it because
Rogers
Friels
just ran on?
Yeah, but was Friels maybe supposed to be in there?
Yeah, part of that.
You know
what
I mean?
Personnel group.
Yeah.
Yep.
Again, first game, somebody gets tweaked, and you gotta communicate. That's one thing Coach Hayes, he was big about. You better tell me who's hurt.
2nd and 10, minute 59 to go. Ball at the 20-yard line. East Fairmont trailing North Marion 20-0 as Corwin operates in a pistol. He's going to give this one. I believe that is Fleming. And he'll fall forward and pick up a couple.
Still, I've been impressed with East Fairmont's offensive line.
Correction, Blosser on that carry.
They've done a good job moving people up front.
4 yards on the carry for Blosser. That's his 3rd carry. He has 4 yards now. Logan Martin in the game, Luke Walker in the game for the Huskies now on defense. Evan Miller will come out for this 3rd down and 6, ball to 24. 1:23 to play on a running 3rd quarter clock. Snap. Corwin looking to pass over the middle. Ball is tipped up and incomplete. As we had Stemple come up and make a play there, and I think we had Cyrus Collins in on the play, and Colby Van Gilde, Ryder Bland, everyone there to break that one up.
Yeah, it's the same thing they did earlier. They're running that inside zone and RPO in that slant. They actually had a double slant that time.
So this was East Fairmont's 3rd possession of this quarter. All have ended in punts. Church gets away a decent one here. It's going to be fielded by Poindexter. He's dropped immediately. Great coverage on that punt by the Bees. A little risky by Poindexter to go for that one, but coming down was Larry Nichols to make the play for East Fairmont.
Sean, you ever met Coach Tommy Myers? Did you ever meet him? War number 11 here, I believe Tommy played safety. His son Maverick played here, played baseball, went to WVU, played a year up there. But anyway, you saying that's a risky catch. Tommy Myers would say if you ever fair caught it, you're a sissy.
Okay, fair enough.
So Tommy Myers, if he's out there listening right now, he's like, you know what? I love that kid for catching that ball.
I like it too. I mean, they can't hit you till it's in your hands.
That's right. That's right.
1st and 10 from the 43 now. Huskies moving right to left on your huddle camera and across your YouTube radio dial. Morris in at quarterback. 1:08 on a stop 3rd quarter clock. Here's the snap. It's going to be a give. Poindexter, what a move in the backfield to shake the defender as he sent Caden Barr flying and picks up about 4 yards in the process.
He's shifty, man. Kid's talented.
Brian Poindexter, 16 carries, 107 yards so far on the game. The only player over the century mark for North Marion. Cole Morris second at 78 yards on 5 carries.
Now they're going to an empty set.
Ball at the 47-yard line.
Our spacing's tight out there. The coaches are telling them move out, but they didn't move. They're tight over there.
17 on the play clock. Morris takes a snap. Empty backfield. Pressure comes. Steps out of it. Needs to break one. He puts a great stiff arm on Barr, and that's going to be a first down for the Huskies. A great run by Morris, and they move the chains.
Cole has been impressive. I'm serious. Toughness, playing physical. Cole's been impressive up there.
5th time the Huskies have moved the chains so far this quarter. That eclipses their entire first half total, as they'll set up a 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. And a little tempo here.
Man, our spacing is so tight. Look how tight we are at the top. Well, it would be the top of their screen, but
they'll send runner a little bit further out. Now it's a swing pass. This one caught. Collins with a good move. And he'll turn it up, and that's the biggest pass play of the day for North Marion.
Up there, it looks like 7 Blake Johnson is at the top of the screen.
You could be right.
Yeah.
Johnson, not runner. Okay.
Yep.
So gain of 9 for Collins on the play, and that will take us to the end of the quarter. North Marion outscores East Fairmont 13-0 in that period, and they will take a 20-0 advantage into our final 12 minutes. So, Coach, we expected North Marion to come out fired up here in the second half, and I think they've done just that.
Yeah, they did. Like I said, I'm sure that there was a conversation in that team room at halftime that I've been involved with so many times before. And I knew they'd come out fired up. But, again, East Fairmont, that I knew that they were going to come out amped up, ready to play. I mean, what was it, a 7-0 game at the half?
Yes.
Like they're right where they wanted to be, right? A couple miscues. You got to be able to move the ball forward. North Marion's done that this second half. East Fairmont, again, I look for them to play a little more aggressive in this fourth quarter. You're behind. You got to get after it now.
A lot of credit to the Husky defense so far tonight. They have forced 7 punts on 8 East Fairmont possessions. The only possession not ending in a punt was the turnover on downs inside the 5. So good showing from Coach Starsick's unit here and the rest of the Husky coaching staff.
Yeah.
Your protege, one could say.
Yeah. Yeah. We spent a lot of time on the headsets together.
Ball at the 36-yard line, 2nd and 1 after that 9-yard completion from Morris to Collins. That's the 3rd completion on 7 attempts for Cole, and Collins' first reception of the game. Here's a snap. Looking to get to the outside. A holding call is going to go against North Marion. I think they got multiple of them, and a good job by Bland to even Bland to even knock that away from Church.
He had to play defense. Too much pressure on the left side. Gump and Miller have got to do a better job of when they're doing that. It's called reach protection. Well, it's what Coach Lanham would call reach protection. You've got to attack that overhang or D end or whoever you're working to. You don't want to allow that pressure. That quarterback's got to be able to get out of the pocket a little bit.
Huskies open the fourth quarter with a penalty, 10 yards. That's 3 penalties for 35 yards on the game for North Marion. And that takes a 2nd and 1 and makes it 2nd and 11. Cheerleaders throwing out some foam footballs to the fans here.
Friels is still out of the game. They're still with Holden and Luke Walker on that right side.
2nd and 11 now, ball at the 46-yard line.
He's down there. He's dressed, got his helmet on. He's ready.
It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Parson, his first carry.
Good job by East Fairmont defensively.
2-yard gain there. They've been pretty stout up the middle for the most part.
Yeah, they have. Again, Fleming, good player.
Man.
Barr, good player. And then you've got Fellows, and I believe his name's Garlow.
Yeah, Garlow's playing well.
I mean, those 4 guys in the middle of that defense has been solid all night.
We just had one of our fans get a foam football, hit her right in the hand. She ended up just spiking it down 4 rows.
Not very happy.
Perfect opportunity. You got to come up with that. Ball at the 44-yard line. Moore's going to roll out. He's under pressure. He's going to dump this one off, and that one will fall incomplete. Heskett on the pressure there.
Two made a nice play. Just get back up, and you know what I mean? Just go back. I used to get on our guys about like, doing that celebration stuff. Like those are plays like I got on our guys like, you made that play. You're supposed to make that play. Get up and go. Right? You got to get the next play.
What's the balance there between wanting your guys to get fired up and play with emotion and not taking it too far? How do you coach that?
So is it a celebration or an intimidation?
Okay.
So,
Which do you
I mean?
prefer?
Celebration.
Okay.
Get up and celebrate with your guys.
Okay.
Not the other guys.
Parson on the punt. Snap will come from the 44. Good snap.
Good catch.
Good kick. High kick. Great punt. And Murphy's going to let this one bounce. Dangerous there. And the Huskies will down it, looks like at the 18-yard line.
Both teams' punt return team, when it's a short kick, they need to get out of the way. That is a big pet peeve of mine. Like, run to the sideline, Like, why are you standing? What happens if that ball takes an extra bounce and hits you in your calf? Now you're giving North Marion the ball, or North Marion would be giving East, earlier on the ball. Like, get away.
20-0 North Marion lead here. 11:04 to go in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Sorry, I said the 18 before. 13-yard line. They're going to have Corwin in a shotgun. He's going to keep over the right side. Huskies turn it in, and a good play. I believe that's Egel making the tackle.
Yeah, I believe it was.
Coach, I might be looking at this wrong. Am I seeing the East Fairmont backfield moving before the snap, just kind of leaning, yeah. Getting a little.
Bridgeport used to do it all
right,
the time.
So you beat me to saying that Bridgeport was the one I always think about doing it.
They have Bridgeport. I think they mastered it. Like, they're always moving before the ball snap. It's amazing.
Ball up to the 15, 2nd and 8. Yeah, they were the ones that came to mind for me.
Yeah, they do.
No lean there. Snap. Throw to the outside and incomplete, looking for Heskett.
Well, number 2, Heskett, you got to get his head around. Timing was great. He threw him out of the break, did a good job. You got to get your head around and make that catch. But because that kid's got some ability, he gets the ball. I mean, he could go.
East Fairmont definitely has playmakers.
They do.
That throughout the game. Corwin now 6 of 18 passing in the contest, and he'll probably be looking for another one here on 3rd and 8.
Yeah.
Ball at his own 15-yard line. 10:21 to play, fourth quarter. His team trails 20-0.
Trips to the boundary.
Egel shows pressure. He's going to come, and he hits in the backfield and allows the rest of the Huskies to come. So little, not quite draw action from East Fairmont, but it's going to be 4 yards on the carry for Fleming. He's up to 35 yards on 8 carries. That'll bring up 4th down.
35 yards, and he has had to earn every one of them.
Absolutely.
I applaud him, man. He runs hard.
Completely agree. He does. Corwin's been running hard. The Bees' effort has definitely not been lacking tonight.
No. Like I said, I've been impressed with their O-line tonight.
So 4th down and 4, ball at the 19-yard line. They got to get to the 23 to keep this drive going. They're on their own side of the field, but down 20-0 with 9:35 to play. It's now or never. This is going to be a handoff. He's going to run for it. He ain't going to get there.
No.
And that'll be a turnover on downs. North Marion will take over.
Friel's back in the game. Made a nice play there.
Great to see that.
Yeah. I know Coach Lanham's going to be excited to see him being able to come back. You don't want to lose your right tackle.
So Corwin picks up 1 on the carry, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Looks like Friels is coming back out. Going in there to test the shoulder out, see how it feels.
1st and 10, North Marion, ball at the 20 now. It'll be Toby Michael in at quarterback. Still has Poindexter back there with him. Blake Johnson wide right. Collins in the slot to the left. Can't see who's wide left. Probably Bland. There it is. Now it'll be a keeper for Michael. He steps out of a tackle in the backfield. Tries to get to another one. Sidesteps past. And Toby Michael will take it deep into East Fairmont territory. Looks like he's going to be right at the 10, close to the 1st down.
East Fairmont actually had that stuffed, and Toby did a good job of sidestepping defenders and making a play out of that.
Give him 9 on the carry because, oh, they did move the chain. So ball at the 10, first and goal.
Some confusion up front.
Stemple goes to the other side. It'll still be Michael in there. He'll take the snap. Picks out Poindexter. They scored on this play before. Brian tries to do it again, but unable to get there as Blosser makes a nice tackle. Hayden Blosser gets Poindexter around the ankles, and he goes down for no gain.
Curious to see his play call here.
Toby Michael has not attempted a pass yet tonight.
And that's what I'm curious. Like, I know that he hasn't attempted one, but now's a great time. East Fairmont's loading the box right now, so it'd be a good time for one.
This is the type of play where you all would casually sneak a tight end right between the hashes down the middle.
Little play action.
This is a throw, and it might have gotten tipped by Heskett there. He was trying to get it out in the flat to Collins. He might have had some room to run, but East Fairmont was over there pretty quick.
Actually, what it looked like is when Toby caught the ball, Poindexter's crossing him, and like it looked like it was a timing thing more than anything. He almost hit his hand on Poindexter's helmet. So I think that was the thing. It was just the mesh and everything. It just wasn't.
Third and goal from the 10, obvious. Well, maybe 4 down territory. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
If you're throwing Williams out there for a kick to make it a 4-score game. Well, it'd still be 3. But
yeah, Coach A's they're going for 4.
Now Morris back in a quarterback. Takes a snap. He's going to throw. Got his man. End zone. Touchdown.
Yep. Touchdown.
Stemple for 10 yards out. And Morris has his first passing touchdown of the year.
Yeah, it was a good job. Again, same type of play we were kind of talking about with potentially Toby, is being able to sneak that H out there.
Touchdown comes with 8:34 on the clock.
All right, let's see if we can get this thing in the air this time. Good snap, good hold, and good kick.
And it's good. Williams with his kick, and it is 27-0 Huskies. So now, Coach, as a defensive coordinator, I don't think North Marion has a big enough lead to really empty the benches at this point. 27-0 early. But what kind of pride do you talk to your defense about keeping the 0 on the board, keeping the clean sheet? What's the message there, regardless of who's in?
Well, here was the message in film. The message is Coach Harbert used to feed him for every shutout. Me and my wife would have food for him, whether we had wings or cooked steak or whatever the guys wanted. So you got to take a lot of pride. Now, here's what happens, though. Right now, you probably want to start sprinkling some guys in.
Yep.
Maybe not all the way, but you're sprinkling guys that you got faith in, right? So what happens is if East scores, man, those varsity guys go crazy.
So Murphy dropped the kick, picks it back up, and he gets a decent return. Yeah, when I was at school, if we got a defensive touchdown, we got a 6-foot sub.
Oh, really?
That was our win or lose. That's what the defense got.
Yeah, I would feed the entire defense. Anybody that got into the game, I'd have them over to my house for dinner, and we would have whatever they wanted. Whatever they wanted, I would fix it. Or my wife did a great job of cooking food and for the guys. But what happens is you put in a couple JV guys and they give up a deep ball or something, and those varsity guys are like, "Oh man, I'm supposed to have food." Nah, sorry, man. You got to take pride in all of it, right?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's
the culture.
Effort. Yeah,
that's the culture. So,
1st and 10, ball to 28 now for Corwin and the Bees. Trips wide receivers to the right. It's going to be a handoff. Blosser, and Ryder Bland has other ideas as he comes down and makes a stick. 1-yard gain for Blosser.
Yeah. The one thing he sort of started to get the edge because Hunter is, as well as Hunter at Rogers has played all day, he started peeking inside right there, and you got to keep your hat outside and then transfer after. But he's played pretty well all day. Really, he's done a good job.
2nd and 9, ball to 29-yard line now. We have less than 8 minutes to play. Clock running at 7:55. Fleming sidecar right alongside Corwin. Trip wide receivers to the right. Blitz comes. Toby Michael comes, but Corwin's going to keep it himself. And the Huskies will rally and make the stop. Credit Logan Gump for that one.
It's a great run by Corwin.
Yeah.
Great run. What, 8 yards? I mean,
7 yards on the run
7?
for Corwin there. He's up to 35 on 12 carries.
And a hard 7-yard run.
Ball up to the 36 now, 3rd and 2.
That's the thing I applaud East Fairmont about is nothing they're getting is easy, and they just keep coming at you. They've done a good job.
Completely agree. And North Marion has not made things easy. Their defense has been tough all night.
No.
Now here's a hard count snap to Corwin. He's going to give. That'll be a first down. Oh, close. I thought he had the surge initially, but then it closed. Fleming had it.
Who made that contact? Somebody came downhill and made that.
So Rogers is the one getting up from the pile. It will be a first down.
Yeah.
They moved the chain.
Yeah, Rogers and Holden.
So the Bees didn't get a first down in the third quarter here.
Yeah.
So 2 yards for Fleming on that carry. So they got a first down there. They have 7 in the game. None came in the third quarter. 1st and 10, ball up to the 38-yard line now as we have 6:35 to play in this one. Corwin fakes a give. Pressure comes. Edgel's got his hands on him, and he'll go down. Edgel with the sack.
I love it. Edgel's my guy, man. Liked him as a freshman. I used to make all the offensive linemen mad because he was our scout team linebacker, and I'd blitz him like just some exotic type blitzes just to get him loose. And then I'd start yelling at the O-line saying, you can't go or you can't block him. This guy's an All-American.
You've had a couple good Edgels up here.
Yeah. Yeah. Hunter
was the other one that comes to mind.
Yeah. Hunter. I love coaching Hunter.
All right. Ball's now at the 28, loss of 10 on the play, 2nd and 20. To my knowledge, the first registered sack I have of the game.
Yeah, I believe so.
Here's a snap. It's going to be a throw. This one is incomplete. Murphy had it in his hands. It drops out.
You know, Corwin's, again, everything's been, within, 10 yards as far as throwing it seems to be, but things have been on target, on time. He's done a good job there. But everything's kind of been with a defender all over him. So
now 3rd and 20. We'll see if any pressure comes. Toby Michael is blitzed in this situation earlier this drive. Stemple steps up, and based on the numbers on that side of the field, I would assume he's going after the quarterback here. He will. It's going to be a keeper for Corwin. He's hit and dropped. Going to pick up 7 yards on the run, bring up a 4th and 13. 32 yards on 14 carries now for Corwin. Lost 10 on that sack earlier.
Well, so looks like they may be punting.
Yeah, Carson Church coming on with the punt unit down 27-0 with 5:05 to play. 4th and 13. Ball to 35. Snap. Huskies don't bring any pressure. It's a good punt.
Yeah, it's a good punt.
Poindexter's going to field it at the 32. He's got some room. Turns it up. Finishes the run. Good hard run by Poindexter on the return. Gets it across the 40 to the 47-yard line. And that's where the Huskies will start.
Looks like the one offense still out there.
4:41 on the clock. Shutout stays on the board for North Marion. And now, depending on how they choose to run this, could end the game on this drive.
Yeah, they could. You kind of want to milk it here, and then I'll lobby for the defense to go to Coach Hayes' house for a some kind of dinner. Not pizza either. That's cheap.
Fair enough. Reminder, you can check out a recap of tonight's games with interviews with both coaches in tomorrow's Exponent Telegram. I'll have that for you with all the stats, interviews, and all that. Tammy Shriver with the photos for that.
He's not happy. North just called a timeout.
Timeout, North, and I suppose, Coach, it's a bad time to bring up that because I got to go down and get interviews. You are going to have to pack all this up.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll take care of it. I think they made some substitutions, and I'm not sure what the issue is, but there was some substitutions made. Maybe they didn't have enough guys out there, but Coach Hayes ripped his headset off, he was not happy.
Those are the things. If you're a player getting into the game who hasn't been playing, you gotta be ready.
Oh yeah.
When your number is called, and that you can see why Coach Hayes is probably frustrated in that situation. Although, honestly, now that I look at it, I don't know. I mean, you got Van Gilder in there as a sub.
Van Gilder.
That's really the only.
Yeah,
and
he was out there. Oh, it looks like Blake Edgel's back there at A. Now he's not. They're taking him out. But listen, you got to be. I tell our basketball guys, when you're not in the game, you got to be in the game. So
stay ready, so you don't have to get ready.
That's right.
Ball at the 48-yard line on the Husky side of the field. 4:39 to play in the game. They lead 27-0. It's going to be a handoff. Then Collins in the backfield. He's got room, and he's going to get a first down. Might have had a face mask there late. I think he fumbled the ball too. I don't know if they're going to mark it down.
You know, this is one of the only times that they've hit that cutback lane. How East Fairmont plays their defense, since North Marion's a cross-face zone team, they overload the cross-face side, right? So Cyrus did a good job of actually hitting that cutback.
And that was a fumble. Collins did lose it. Huskies jumped on it. So 12 yards on the carry and a first down. That's the 11th first down for North Marion, all 11 on the ground. Collins going to take another carry, stays on his feet after a stumble. Tries to break it outside. He's going to get 5 yards before Heskett brings him down. 38 yards on 5 carries now for Cyrus.
Cyrus comes limping off. Well,
he looks okay.
Yeah, now he does.
Under 4 minutes to play.
Yeah, first game, you're always sore throughout the game.
North Marion can catch East Fairmont in a sub now, but they do not snap it, letting the play clock bleed just a little bit. They snap it with 26 on the play clock before they give it to Poindexter, and he moves the chains for a first down.
Looks like East is making some substitutions.
8 yards on the carry for Brian Poindexter, gives him 115 on the game, and another first down for North Marion. Ball now at the 27-yard line. First and 10, 27. Give. Actual ball's on the ground. Morris falls on it. 6th fumble, Coach.
6th?
6, if including one on the muff by Brian earlier.
Coach will not be happy. He's going to go into Monday. First, there'll be a talk on Sunday with the coaches, and on Monday, like, they spend a lot of time on ball security too. So I mean, I'm kind of surprised. But credit East Fairmont's defense for ripping at the ball.
On the ones that have been rips at the ball. That's not true for everything.
Yeah, you're right.
Last year, 4 fumbles in this contest, 3 lost. And looks like we're going to get some kind of stop.
Another timeout.
Timeout, North Marion.
I don't know if we're out of sorts or what.
2:39 to play with the timeout. And Coach, during this break, let's kind of recap what we've seen here today. And I think the story of the game is the North Marion defense. East Fairmont with a lot of some returning contributors, but some different guys in there. And they certainly have not rolled over, but North Marion set the tone tonight. They've made the plays, and East Fairmont just has not been able to get really any momentum plays on offense all night.
No, I mean, North Marion's defenses look good. They I've felt that's been the strength of this team is their defense. Just watch them in practice, watch them on film. Coach Hayes, Coach Starsig, they're doing a great job with this group.
4 plays of double-digit yardage throughout the game for East Fairmont.
Yeah.
Four plays of 10 or more. Second down, ball at the 31-yard line. This is going to be Poindexter getting around the side. And that one's going to come back. Brian got a good run up to the 20, but when you can call it from the booth and 2 officials throw the flag right on it.
Well, what happened is again, the East Fairmont defensive line trying to stretch the play, and that offensive lineman's just got to keep running his feet. Don't try to grab him and turn him. Just keep pushing him to the sideline. Number 13 will make a cut off of you.
It's always kind of been in my broadcasting, whether it's basketball or whether it's football that I've done. I always try and be as honest about whatever, just because it's North Marion and we're on their broadcast. Say what happens. If I can call it in real time, trust that it's the right call.
That's right.
If it's football or basketball, if you or I can see it happen, like it happened.
That's right. It did. I knew it right off the bat.
So this ball is now back to the 41-yard line. The positive for the Huskies is the clock is still running as Brian Poindexter makes a cut.
Oh, no, I
coming
did
back
not
again.
see that one.
So Brian's going to take it to the house, but it is coming back.
Listen, this happened to this young man last year. I can't tell you how many times. And it looks like there's 2 flags on a play.
Yeah, there was one early. They're going to get
probably a hold.
They're going to get a hold on Hunter Rogers there.
Yeah.
That happened back at about the 46-yard line. And then I don't know what the one was further down the field. The officials are pointing at it.
I'm gonna take a guess and say it's another hold.
Yeah, more than likely.
Because again, it's in space.
Potentially a block in the back because it was a wide open field.
Maybe. And
Brian had already.
Or blindside block. Yeah, something like that, maybe.
Okay, so block in the back on North Marion. That is declined, and they will accept the hold.
Yeah, they'll take that back. Good call. Logan Martin is 68. Logan Martin, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, you look familiar. Logan Martin into the game for North Marion.
So that is the 5th penalty of the game on the Huskies. 3rd in the 4th quarter, 55 total yards.
That's the disappointing part. It's 3 in the 4th quarter.
So game clock at 1:54, second and a lot. I'm not sure what the use is of me trying to figure this yardage out.
Looks like they've started some substitutions here.
Ball back at the 49-yard line now. Snap. Give Collins. And nothing there. So they blew that one dead kind of early.
His knee went down.
Okay.
Yeah, his knee went down.
So Collins going to get credited with a yard on the play. And we've got less than 90 seconds to play here. 3rd down. Play clock hasn't started yet. So North Marion should. Nope, because it is 3rd down, they will need to. No, they can run this one out. So if they take a knee here, it'll be under 40. They can end this game, provided East Fairmont elects not to. Oh, yeah, and Coach Hayes is telling them under 5.
Yeah, you want to.
On the play clock. So this should be the last play of the game.
When I coached the O-line, they used to hate that. I don't care if it was at the end of the game and how many seconds you get down, you get ready. And you let the quarterback decide when he's going to snap it.
And this will be a handoff and a gain of 2 yards. Who was that?
It looked like it was Blake Edgell.
I thought it was Edgell as well.
Yep, it is.
So Edgell picks up 2.
Yep, and that should do it.
And that will do it. Well, Coach, final score here, 27-0 North Marion. A little sloppy early on. Defense set the tone, kept the tone all night. I think that's the story here, and a good way to start the season for North Marion.
It is. Anytime you go 1-0, it's a great way to start.
So going into this one next week, what are some things you want to see the Huskies build on as we move forward?
Obviously, starting fast. Coach Hayes has talked about it. Like offensively, you got to start faster, right? Defensively, you have to build on it. Just because you had a great game this week, you have a different opponent next week. So you can't go in and think, okay, well, we're going to shut everybody down, right? So that's one thing. You have to take care of the ball. What'd you say? 5 or 6?
6 fumbles, 1 lost.
Yeah. So you got to take care of the ball. Unfortunately for East, they didn't capitalize on those at all. Fortunately for North Marion, they were able to collect 5 of those fumbles back. So you got to take care of the ball. Take care of the ball. Keep moving forward. Defensively, continue to swarm and maybe get a little bit better on the back end as far as positioning. But it was a well played game on their defensive effort.
North Marion will host Preston here next week at 7 p.m. while East Fairmont will travel to Grafton to take on the Bearcats. Well, Coach, I think tonight was a lot of fun for our first broadcast. The equipment all seems like it worked well.
It's working.
And so big thank you to the folks at the administration and for you for helping make all this happen for everyone tuning in. And we should be in for a great season. Home games should continue like this. We'll figure out the road strategy moving forward. But this was a lot of fun. Thank you all for joining us. And once again, 27-0. Huskies pick up the win.